NCAA tournament coach goes from bed, wheelchair to dancing after bout with blood clots. 2 blood clots and a high fever would not kill him. The 15 days he spent in a San Antonio hospital, including 8 in intensive care, are now just a part of his story, not the end. It will continue to as Heron Da danced through Rothman Center on Sunday afternoon, hours before hearing his team's first 4 matchup with Prairie View, there isn't much of a trace of what he endured. There are only your daily dose. Our All-America teams dominate your bracket. They had to watch Heron Da battle to get through the day-to-day job of running a Division I basketball team. And they rallied around everybody. Here NDA's health scare began last spring on a trip to the Final Four. He was taking The transition back to basketball wasn't easy for Heron Da. There was a game against Providence when he needed Darius Stokes, the director of basketball operations, to hold him up during the national anthem. Heron Da often TFW, you hear your name called. We're dancing baby. College basketball has taken Heron Da around the country, but his story starts and remains in New Jersey. A native of North, Fairleigh Dickinson was at a low point when Heron Da took over. The Knights had lost. There were modest gains in his first few years, then a big jump in 2016 when the program reached the NCAA tournament. It returns this, too. Heron Da likes to do a 2-minute drill where his team has to take 50 threes and hit at least 30. The Knights made 30, not. Fairleigh Dickinson could be a matchup problem because of its balanced offense. 5 players. If the Knights advance, it would be the first NCAA tournament win in program history and set up a date with top-ranked Gonzaga. Heron Da knows that, for now, he is just grateful to worry about his team instead of his health. This article originally appeared on North Jersey Record.
Raindrop, drop top, smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park,